Bukas na ibababa ang hatol sa kauna-unahang full-blown impeachment trial sa bansa. Ang makasaysayang paglilitis sa punong maestrado ng Korte Suprema na si Renato Corona.
Ang closing arguments kanina sumentro sa intensyon at pagiging impeachable nang hindi niya pagdedeklara ng milyong-milyong peso at dollar deposits sa kanyang salin. In good faith nga ba o palusot lang? Saksi si Sherry Antores.
Matapos ang 42 trial days, isinagawa na ng prosekusyon at depensa ang kanilang closing arguments sa makasaysayang impeachment trial ni Chief Justice Renato Corona. Si Lead Prosecutor Niel Tupas Jr. ang unang tumayo para sa prosekusyon. Pinuntirya niya ang paglabag umano sa batas ng punong maestrado nang di ideklara ni Corona sa kanyang Statement of Assets, Liabilities and Net Worth o SALN ang 80 billion pesos at $2.4 million deposits dahil sa confidentiality provision ng Foreign Currency Deposits Act.
No amount of denial, no lame excuse whatsoever can stand against the best evidence itself. The SALNs of the Chief Justice from 2002 to 2010. And what about the Chief Justice treasure trove of cash deposits that, as evidence has shown, could put a king's fortune to shame? It has led us to the truth that he lied about his assets in his SALN to conceal his enormous wealth. It has led us to the truth that he peddled his position of power in exchange for material gain.
Ayon pa kay Tupas, nakababahala raw ang interpretasyon sa batas ng punong maestrado.
According to the Chief Justice, he did not declare his dollar deposits because he believed that it is covered by the absolute confidentiality of foreign currency accounts under the Foreign Currency Deposits Act. This interpretation of the law is very disturbing. To adopt the Chief Justice's interpretation of the law would be to encourage dishonesty in government and would lead to the absurd situation where the law itself protects ill-acquired wealth hidden in foreign currency accounts. This is how the Chief Justice, the highest magistrate of the land, who is expected to possess superior legal wisdom, interprets the law to protect his own interest. It is lying. It is dishonesty. It is deception of the highest order. Betrayal of public trust is a catch-all phrase.
Pero giit ni Defense Counsel Eduardo de Los Angeles, wala raw masamang intensyon si Corona sa di pagdedeklara sa SALN ng ilan sa kanyang cash assets.
We cannot therefore hold the Chief Justice liable because he believes in all good faith in the absolute confidentiality of foreign currency deposits. They say that the Chief Justice is wrong to adopt the view favoring absolute confidentiality of foreign deposits and that therefore he must be convicted. While there may exist a danger that corrupt officials may escape discovery, let us not mistake the Chief Justice's use of this interpretation for the possibility of its abuse. In this case, there is no showing that the non-inclusion of certain bank accounts was tainted with any malice or fault.
Kung nagkamali man daw ang punong maestrado, hindi raw ibig sabihin nito'y isa na itong impeachable offense.
Even if we assume that the Chief Justice should have disclosed his foreign currency deposits in his SALN, it is submitted that this non-disclosure in the SALN will not amount to an impeachable offense. The Chief Justice relies on the basic principle that what he does not own, he should not declare as his asset. It is therefore submitted that he cannot be held liable for culpable violation of the Constitution. His dollar accounts were not included for reasons earlier stated. A violation of the Constitution committed unintentionally or involuntarily or in good faith or through honest mistake of judgment is not a ground for impeachment.
Buwelta naman ni Deputy Lead Prosecutor Rodolfo Fariñas, palusot lang daw ang mga rasong ibinigay ng depensa at mismong ni Corona sa impeachment court.
Yung depensa po ni Chief Justice Corona, I can put it in one word. Pwede ko pong sabihin po sa isang salita, palusot. Chief Justice Corona graduated from the Ateneo de Manila University in 1970 and at its law school in 1974. I know because he was 1 year ahead of me both in the College of Arts and Sciences as well as in the College of Law. Thus, he graduated in high school in 1966 and in elementary in 1962. Noong 1962 po, ang palitan po ng dolyar sa piso ay 3 pesos. Yan po. 3, yung isang dollar, 3 pesos and 68 centavos po. If we are to believe Chief Justice Corona that he started saving US dollars when the rate was 2-1, such could have only been between the years 1948 to 1959. He wants us to believe that when he was in grade 4 in 1959, he was such a visionary that he already started buying dollars. Maliwanag po na palusot at pagsisinungaling sa Senado at sa buong mundo.
Isa pang pinuto ni Fariñas, kung ganun umano karami ang pera ng punong maestrado, bakit niya pa raw kinailangang mangutang sa iba't ibang pagkakataon?
Nung unang pumasok sa gobyerno, meron pa siyang Carlon na 300,000 pesos. May utang pa siya na 300,000 po para sa kotse. Milyon-milyon pala yung pera niya. Ba't pa siya mangungutang lang 300,000 para sa kotse niya? At nung sumunod na mga taon po, makikita sa Salen, may utang din po siyang 1 million sa mga bangko. Milyon-milyon pala yung kaban niya. Bakit ka mangungutang kung ang dami mong pera? Ganon na rin po yung bumali siya sa Basagidote ng 11 milyon. Ba't ka ba bali doon sa Basagidote? Kanya rin pala yun. Nasa kanya rin pala yung pera. Meron po siyang 80 million pesos. Ba't di na ipalit sa dollar yun para mas okay? Pero hindi ho. Nahuli lang po na yun ang hawak niya.
Salag naman ni Defense Counsel Dennis Manalo, bakit di pinasalang ng prosekusyon sa cross-examination si Corona nung bumalik ito sa korte nung Biyernes?
But the question is not why, the question is why not. Why not did they choose not to cross-examine him and pose these questions when he was here? The man presented himself before this court. He could have responded to all these questions, but they chose to waive.
Binatikos din ni Manalo ang report ng Anti-Money Laundering Council na iniharap ni Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales sa korte.
They have pounded the Chief Justice on his dollar accounts. They have said, inamin na niya. He already said that he has $2.4 million. What else is there to prove? How are they able to prove this? This was proven through the testimony of the Ombudsman, which, with all due respect, in my opinion as a lawyer, is hearsay. The AMLA officer who prepared that report was never presented in court. Let me just respond to Congressman Tupas's statement that the Chief Justice peddled his position for material gains. That is a lie. That is an absolute lie.
Ang lead defense counsel namang si retired Justice Serafin Cuevas, ipinuntong hindi impeachable ang umano'y inosenteng pagkakamali o kakulangan sa pagpifill up ng SALN.
I have not seen yet any document to the effect that a failure to state in a SAL, Your Honor, on the part of the filer, especially impeachable officers, could be a ground for impeachment, Your Honor. Impeachment must be treated with caution, must be treated circumspectively, and not haphazardly.
Binalikan din ni Cuevas ang matagal na nilang posisyon na hindi raw nagkaroon ng due process nang sampahan ng Kamara na reklamong impeachment si Corona.
We noticed the blitz maneuver that accompanied or clothed the filing of this information. True, there were allegedly a point presentation by the honorable lead counsel at the time of the meeting of the congressman who signed the 188. But we do not notice any statement or the statement relative to verification and certification is totally bankrupt of any statement to the effect that they assembled, they discussed this matter, and it was only after determining that there was really notice and proper opportunity for investigation was made, that they came to the filing of this case and so on.
Kasunod nito, isinara na ni House Speaker Feliciano Belmonte Jr. ang oral argument sa Corona impeachment case.
Your Honors, he wants this court and the court of public opinion to ignore his millions of dollars and pesos undeclared in his SALN. He cites a law on foreign deposits and the incredible commingling of funds as his excuses for hiding such huge amounts from the public eye. My question is, why? Is he prohibited from disclosing them in his SALN? Shouldn't he be the one to set a good example for all of us? We want a judiciary that is independent, not only of the influence of Malacanang or of Congress, but also from personal ambition and personal greed. We want a judiciary where no one can say anything offensive about our justices.
Sa lahat ng Senator Judge, tanging si Presiding Officer Juan Ponce Enrile lamang ang nagpukol ng tanong.
What injury or prejudice may arise if a depositor who is a public officer or employee of a foreign currency deposit would include that deposit or the amount represented by that deposit in his statement of assets, liabilities, and net worth.
The probability of, let's say, kidnapping, extortion, and so on may come into the picture, Your Honor, because especially with the present trend of criminality in the country today.
Will a public officer or a public employee who maintains a foreign currency deposit incur the punitive penalty of Republic Act 6426 if he would reflect that deposit in his statement of assets and liabilities?
I do not see, Your Honor, that probability, but it could amount to a vitiated consent, Your Honor, as contradistinguished from voluntary permission on the part of the depositor, Your Honor.
Now, we go to elementary school book in Roman law. What is culpa?
I mean, intentional, Your Honor.
There are 4 kinds of culpa. Culpa lata or magna, culpa levi, culpa levissima, culpa aquiliana. I am asking this question for our guidance. For our guidance, as based on your opinion, both sides. I would like to hear both sides about this. What is the position of the prosecution? Can you help us in dividing what is culpa?
According to the records of the Constitutional Commission, culpable violation of the Constitution is understood to mean willful and intentional violation of the Constitution and not violation committed unintentionally or involuntarily or in good faith or through an honest mistake of judgment. And it implies deliberate intent.
Alas 2 ng hapon bukas muli maghaharap dito sa Senado ang mga personalidad na naging bahagi ng impeachment trial laban kay Chief Justice Renato Corona. Bawat senator judge tatayo para magbigay ng kanyang guilty o not guilty verdict. Ang mga gustong magpaliwanag ng boto, merong 2 minuto. Ito ay para sa kauna-unahang impeachment case na dininig ng Senado at magtatapos gamit ang mga probisyon ng 1987 Constitution. Ako si Sherian Torres, ang inyong saksi.